Okay, so I'm just trying to do a practice.
Minister of Social Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The work that was directed by self-advocates and adults with developmental
BC
disabilities to
NDP,
create
Sheila
a Crown Corporation called Community Living BC at the time of
Mackelson.
deinstitutionalization has been an important movement in British Columbia, and I'm grateful that after we amended the legislation last year, that we continue to have board members on CLBC that direct the operations. We have families and people with lived experience part of the governance structure. We have this year created a budget lift for CLBC just for some of the issues that the member cites. One of the good news things is that adults with developmental disabilities live much longer, living in community, but the caseload pressure that is felt by almost every social service across Canada is certainly felt in the CLBC community. And so this year's budget lift for direct caseload support was $380 million over 3 years. I look forward to working with the member to make sure that people who are vulnerable and need our support get the care.
Handicapped people are living longer. Good start.
Member has supplemental.
Clearly, the minister either doesn't understand the hardship or refuses to be held to account regarding Community Living BC executives.
Probably the second one.
When members in government proudly mention wage increases, they fail to highlight who stands to benefit and who ultimately pays the price. It is our most vulnerable people. Again, to the minister, why are 29% raises more important than CLBC clients?
Yeah, they get paid too much. Way too much.
Minister.
Look who they're attracting.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Applause, applause, applause. Gotta pay for that.
Our government takes our responsibilities to keep the most serious,
the
most vulnerable people supported and kept safe and governed in the way that they wish. The CLBC executive compensation is something that's directed by the board and is a fraction of the 97% of the budget that goes directly to people who seek care. While I have the opportunity, I'll give a particular thanks to the 4,000 British Columbians who have opened their homes to adults with developmental disabilities that provide home share services, and that we've been continuing to increase their support, and we'll do more.
That's something so old. We'll do more. We'll do more. It's like, maybe do less of what you're doing and more of something else.
Gerard, a woman with Down syndrome starved to death in a home share program contracted through.
Yeah, handicapped people in these homes, it's like.
The inquest heard testimony that caregivers are underfunded by the Crown Corporation.
Underfunded?
The caregiver
How underfunded do you have to be to let someone starve at home?
2022 for failing to provide Gerard with the necessities of life. CLBC failed Florence Gerard, and the coroner's inquest report clearly states
these people don't act out of love, so it's like,
need to be increased
why would they
now.
care about this person who's handicapped?
How can the minister justify executive pay hikes while freezing client care funds?
Yeah. These NDP are basically just sadistic monsters.
Social Development and Poverty Reduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What happened to Florence Gerard should never have happened.
It's not new, though. Caring for people who need support is not new.
For her care was criminally convicted was very important. In the 7 years since her death, Community Living BC has substantially increased monitoring and oversight. We are grateful for the recommendations of the coroner's inquest and the civilians who sat on the coroner's inquest who investigated what was the supports that were in place in 2018 at the time that Florence Gerard was tragically lost her life.
Neglected? That's the one thing white people do the most in authority is neglect. It's like the hugest problem we have in this society. It's just neglectful people in authority.
The coroner's inquest, of the Auditor General, and the voices that we hear from families and people with lived experience to make sure that CLBC always keeps its deep responsibility for safety every day. Thank you.
Abs for mission support.
So I just muted it. my voiceover, I'm not sure how it's going to work because it'll obviously be with this video. But then obviously what I'm documenting on my devices here, I got distracted with my thoughts here. So, okay, I have two devices, one looking at the other, one video recording, and one playing the video, and then my cell phone here doing this. Yeah, so basically I guess I'll put it into a program and kind of overlap each other and then kind of see what comes out, I guess. It's a little project. Okay, I want to do the date because I like documentation. 10:44 a.m. Thursday, March 13th, 2025.